They served me on a Thursday, the awkward middle child of the work week. I was halfway to the lobby humming an 80s earworm and thinking about Thai versus pizza when a jittery guy in a cheap suit shoved a manila envelope into my chest. Adrian Blackwell? That's me. You've been served. Superior Court of California. Serena Blackwell, my wife, petitioner. Temporary restraining order. The accusations read like a Pinterest board of toxic spouse cliches: emotional abuse, control, hostile environment. The evidence? I'd asked why she was spending late nights with Victor, her ex, recently single, very available, and suddenly very interested in catching up. I expected anger, maybe heartbreak. What I felt was clarity. A restraining order works both ways. If she wanted zero contact, then zero contact she would have, especially anywhere money could be construed as control. I went upstairs, shut my door, and started clicking. First, our joint cards. I was the primary. She was authorized. Legal separation, I told the rep. 3 minutes later, the cards with Serena's name on them were dead. Next, the automatic $3,000 transfers that floated her boutique, canceled, and the boutique's lifeline, a $40,000 bank loan guaranteed by me. I called my banker Collins. Serena filed a restraining order alleging financial abuse. For everyone's protection, withdraw my guarantee effective immediately. A long pause. Understood. Without my signature, the loan had 30 days to find new collateral or be called. Serena's blossoming empire had just lost its trellis. That night, with Macallan in hand, I read the order again. No contact, no messages, no just checking in, perfect. I wasn't stepping one toe into a scenario that could be spun as continuing financial control. 72 hours later, Serena's lawyer phoned on a Saturday like he'd swallowed a cactus. Mr. Blackwell, there seems to be a misunderstanding. You've closed accounts, canceled transfers. Your client told the court my involvement is abusive, I said, all concern and compliance. The safest thing is to stay completely out of her financial life. He suggested a meeting. I cited the order. He suggested a neutral mediator. I cited the order louder. If she needs support, file properly. The court can weigh facts, like the part where my support was branded abuse. He hung up before I could wish him a beautiful weekend. Monday. Serena's best friend Clarissa went nuclear on Facebook. When financial abuse wears a 3-piece suit. 1,000 likes of furious emojis. Buried in the comments was the gold. A screenshot of Serena texting, "The restraining order was supposed to make him behave, not give him an excuse to destroy everything. I sent it to my lawyer, Gregory." He laughed until he wheezed. She just admitted the order was leverage, not fear. Keep screenshotting. By midweek, Collins called. Update on the loan. We received paperwork that appeared to have your signature requesting an extension. My blood cooled. Appeared? Our fraud team flagged it. The signature's traced. It was hand-delivered by Mrs. Lorraine Thompson, your mother-in-law, forging my name to keep my money tethered while shouting abuse to the court. Bold strategy, I filed a police report. The detective later found more forged requests to my insurance carrier for policy and beneficiary details. On Lorraine's phone, text to Serena, "Can't you just sign his name?" Banks don't check. And the one that iced the room, "Don't worry about the insurance. If we can't get the loan extended, maybe there are other options. Men his age have heart attacks all the time. Not a direct threat," the detective said. Too slippery for that. But the pattern was a neon sign. Lorraine was arrested for forgery, fraud, identity theft. Serena's original lawyer withdrew from the case within hours. Irreconcilable differences regarding legal strategy, the filing said. Translation. I'm not riding this falling piano. Serena replaced him with an ambulance chaser whose letterhead looked like a used car ad. He demanded $5,000 a month in emergency support, reinstatement of my guarantee, and fees, in exchange for considering modifications to the restraining order. Gregory's response was art. Our client cannot resume financial involvement that your client has sworn under oath is abusive. Do pursue spousal support through proper channels once your client withdraws the order and demonstrates lawful financial practices. Meanwhile, the boutique hemorrhaged. Everything must go signs appeared. Employees quit when payroll bounced. My barber's wife said Serena was crying in the back while customers tried to return dresses. Clarissa kept posting Journey to Independence updates, spa selfies, gold leaf facials, West self-care, while commenters started doing math. If you're broke, how are you at Tiffany? My credit monitoring app pinged. Serena maxed 4 personal cards in 3 days. Nordstrom, Vuitton, Saks. If she was building a case for financial dependence, she was doing it with designer rope. Then Serena's father called. Edward Thompson, the ghost at the family feast. I went through this with Lorraine 23 years ago, he said. Restraining orders as leverage, forged signatures, accusations to keep the money flowing. You're doing the right thing. Don't be their ATM. 4 days before the loan default, Serena stormed my lobby, mascara melting, voice pitched to break glass. This is all your fault. The bank takes everything tomorrow. You're going to fix it. Ma'am, I said, calm as rain. There's a restraining order. Expletive. The restraining order. Security escorted her out. Police arrested her 20 minutes later for violating her own filing. The next morning, Lorraine tried a courthouse press conference about systemic injustice. A reporter asked, "Weren't you arrested for forging your son-in-law's signature?" The clip went viral as a masterclass in PR self-immolation. The boutique closed. Inventory seized. Accounts frozen. Reputation taped off like a crime scene. I hadn't lifted a finger, just obeyed. 6 months on, the dust settled into a shape that would have been tragic if it weren't so painfully predictable. Lorraine, convicted out on appeal, sharing a cramped apartment with Serena. The boutique a memory. The entrepreneur now managing a smoothie shop. The restraining order still up, 9 months to go, and for once, a legal boundary felt like a blessing. Every time their new lawyer begged for cash, Gregory replied with the same refrain, "Your client swore my client's financial involvement is abuse." We will honor her sworn statement. The money I'd once hemorrhaged into handbags and marketing campaigns now lived in index funds and a ridiculous espresso machine I loved more than most restaurants. I learned to cook. I hiked on weekends. My house was quiet in the kind of way peace is quiet. No emergencies, no midnight transfers, no bank statements that looked like ransom notes. People ask if I feel vindicated. I don't. I feel free. Serena thought a restraining order would box me in while keeping the benefits flowing. She handed me the cleanest break imaginable. No fights, no drama, just a line on paper that said, "Do not enter." I stayed on my side. And when they tried to drag me back, through guilt, through scandal, through fraud, the same line became the wall that kept me safe. Sometimes the best revenge isn't revenge at all. It's compliance. It's letting people live exactly the independence they demanded, and discovering, finally, how good your life is without them.